The Premier of Alberta, Danielle Smith, joins me now. Madam Premier, you were a big Trump supporter. You went to Mar-a-Lago. You went to the inauguration. Are you still a Trump supporter?
I am a supporter of the American people. We have a wonderful relationship with the U.S. We have incredible companies that we have partnership with, and we want to maintain that very strong relationship. I can tell you 25% tariffs have thrown a little bit of a monkey wrench into that relationship. I am hopeful, based on what I've heard from you this morning, that there's going to be a reprieve. But you know what? I've been watching X and Truth Social every 2 hours, and it seems that the story changes every 2 hours. But I think what we are seeing is job losses in the United States, a market in a little bit of disarray and chaos. And I think the American people are beginning to understand that a tariff war with Canada, you know, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. It actually causes more pain than benefit. So let's get back to having that tariff-free relationship as soon as possible.
Well, President Trump has delayed tariffs on cars from Mexico and Canada, delayed it for 1 month. Do you regard that as real progress?
I think if we can get to a renegotiation of the USMCA faster, I think that would be real progress. I mean, the report I just heard suggested that would be extended to all products that have a zero tariff. I mean, you have to remember 97% of the products coming from Canada have a zero tariff on them. So if that's where we're actually going, then I think that would be very positive. And I hope that can be maintained for the benefit of both our countries.
There is an expectation of an announcement coming this afternoon. Full USMCA reprieve may come this afternoon. That's why our stock market here in America has come back quite a bit now. You're down 278 on the Dow. Prime Minister Trudeau dismissed the tariffs. He says Trump wants to ruin Canada's economy. Trump fired back. He said, look, Trudeau's just trying to use the tariff fight to stay in power. I have to say, though, Madam Premier, that his popularity, Trudeau's popularity, has gone way up since this tariff war started.
Well, let me assure you, 3 days from now, there'll be a new prime minister. The Liberal Party is going to be choosing a new prime minister. And then I suspect in pretty short order, we'll get into an election and maybe have another new prime minister by the end of April. But what we do know in Canada is having somebody with a 4-year mandate so that we can get down to the hard negotiations is going to be in the interest of both our countries. So I've been advocating for us to get to an election as soon as possible, but we'll have to wait just a few more days to see when that election call is going to be precisely. But I can't envision a scenario where Justin Trudeau is going to have the support to stay on. So you can rest assured that there'll be a new face at the table.
We understand that the province of Ontario has banned American liquor. Is Alberta going to ban American liquor?
We've turned off the ordering system. That we buy about $292 million worth of product from the United States each year. But you have to remember what tariffs do. What tariffs have told our producers is we don't want to buy your items anymore. So the logical thing for Canadians to do is to say, well, if our people are going to be hurt and our companies are going to be hurt, then we just have to consume a little bit more Alberta beer and spirits and BC wine for the next short while. So we're just trying to be supportive of our own industries and our own businesses. And as soon as those tariffs get released, we have said that any country that is honoring their free trade agreement, we will continue to do business with them. At the moment, sadly, the U.S. isn't honoring the USMCA. And I hope that we can get back to having that agreement govern our relationship as soon as this afternoon.
Well, the negotiations continue, and we hear an announcement this afternoon. We'll see. Danielle Smith, thanks very much for joining us this morning. Hope to see you again soon.
My pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am.